Wake up, 12s! The celebration parade might be over, but the fireworks in Seattle are just getting started. We are looking at a defining moment for the reigning Super Bowl champions. We have breaking news coming out of the front office that could cripple our biggest division rival. A massive ruling from the NFL regarding that ugly Super Bowl brawl, and a veteran signing that screams dynasty. The league is not making it easy for us to repeat, but John Schneider is playing 4D chess. This is critical information you need right now. But before we dive in, I have a request. We are fighting to hit 1,000 subscribers to keep this coverage alive. Do not just listen, join the team. Hit that subscribe button right now.
Let's get straight to the business at hand, because this is the kind of aggressive maneuvering that separates the contenders from the pretenders. Sources confirm that the Seattle Seahawks are officially interviewing a key offensive assistant from the San Francisco 49ers for their open offensive coordinator position. This is not just a standard interview. This is an act of war in the NFC West. We are talking about a team that just hoisted the Lombardi Trophy, looking at their bitter rivals down in the Bay Area and saying, "We want what you have." From an insider perspective, the logic here is undeniable. The Shanahan coaching tree has infected the entire NFL with its efficiency, and despite beating them on the way to the title, Seattle knows that the 49ers' offensive scheme remains the gold standard for innovation. By targeting a top lieutenant from San Francisco, the Seahawks are attempting to do two things simultaneously: evolve their own offensive identity to stay ahead of the league's defensive adjustments, and surgically remove a brain cell from the 49ers' collective mind. It is a calculated, ruthless, and brilliant strategy. You look at the landscape of the NFL, and you see teams trying to copy the mold. Seattle isn't trying to copy it. They are trying to steal the blueprint directly from the architect's office. Now, let me switch gears and tell you why this matters on an emotional level. This is the Seattle Seahawks we are talking about. We do not ask for permission. We take what is ours. To go into San Francisco's house and pluck a coach off their sideline is the ultimate power move. It sends a message to the rest of the division that we are not satisfied with one ring. We are not complacent. Even A. Smith would tell you right now that complacency is the cousin of death in the National Football League. You cannot sit back and hope Geno Smith and the offense replicate last year's magic without evolving. Defenses adjust. The league catches up. If you are standing still, you are moving backward. Bringing in a mind from the 49ers brings that intricate run game knowledge, that play-action layering that makes linebackers hesitate for that split second. And that split second is all our playmakers need to destroy a defense. Some fans might say, why go to the rival? Why not build from within? To that, I say, stop it. You do whatever it takes to win. If the enemy has a weapon you can use, you take it. This shows me that Mike McDonald and John Schneider are not interested in being friendly neighbors. They are interested in domination. They understand that the road to the next Super Bowl still goes through the NFC West gauntlet. If this hire happens, it changes the entire complexion of the rivalry. It adds spice to a dish that was already boiling over. This is a bold, audacious, and absolutely necessary risk.
If you want the raw, unfiltered truth about the Seahawks that the national media ignores, you are in the right place. We don't sugarcoat anything here. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update. We move now to a story that has been hanging over this franchise like a dark cloud since the confetti fell in New Orleans. The NFL has finally issued its ruling regarding the physical altercation involving Seahawks players during the fourth quarter of Super Bowl LX. The league office, in its infinite wisdom, has handed down a series of significant fines and, critically, is evaluating probationary periods for two key defensive starters involved in the scuffle. The incident, which occurred during a heated stoppage in play, was a flashpoint of tension in an emotional final, and now the bill has come due. According to the official release from the league office, the discipline is intended to send a strong message about player conduct on the league's biggest stage. The fines total over 6 figures collectively. This is the league trying to sanitize the game, trying to polish the product for the corporate sponsors. They see passion, they see intensity, and they call it a violation. But let's look at the reality of the situation. We are talking about the Super Bowl. We are talking about the most high-pressure environment in professional sports. When you have grown men putting their bodies on the line, fighting for a legacy, fighting for a city, emotions are going to boil over. It is inevitable. I find it absolutely ridiculous that the league waits until now, amidst the celebration of a championship, to try and dampen the mood with these bureaucratic sanctions. Did they cross the line? Maybe. But was it malicious? No. It was competitive fire. And let's be clear,
This team feeds off that edge. You cannot ask the Seahawks to play with that Legion of Boom intensity and then clutch your pearls when things get chippy. That aggression is the very fuel that powered this team to the title. If you strip that away, if you tell these players to hesitate, to second-guess their instincts because they are afraid of a fine from Roger Goodell, you neuter the defense. You take away the very thing that makes them feared. However, we have to be smart. The concern here isn't the money. These guys get paid. The concern is the target on their backs. The referees will be watching. The league will be watching. Next season, every borderline hit, every shove after the whistle is going to be scrutinized under a microscope. This ruling sets a precedent that the Seahawks are under a zero-tolerance policy. That is the danger. It puts the team in a precarious position where they have to maintain their physical dominance without giving the officials an excuse to throw a flag. It is a delicate balance, but if any coaching staff can navigate this, it is this one. They need to harness that anger, harness that feeling of being persecuted by the league, and use it as motivation. It's Seattle against the world, just the way we like it.
And finally, we arrive at the first major roster move of the offseason, and it is a move that screams repeat. In a league where running backs are often treated as disposable commodities, the Seattle Seahawks have zigged where everyone else zags. The team has officially signed a two-time Super Bowl champion running back to bolster the backfield. We are talking about a veteran presence, a guy who has been there, done that, and has the jewelry to prove it. This is not a flashy signing for the fantasy football managers. This is a signing for the locker room and for late January football. Let's analyze the strategy here. You just won the Super Bowl. The natural tendency for a team is to get younger, to save money against the cap. But John Schneider understands that you cannot put a price tag on leadership. By bringing in a player who has hoisted the Lombardi Trophy twice before, you are injecting a stabilizing force into the huddle. This is someone who knows the preparation required to climb the mountain again. He knows the pitfalls of the Super Bowl hangover. He can look the young guys, like Kenneth Walker III, and show them exactly what it takes to stay consistent when everyone is gunning for you. This is a masterclass in roster construction. We saw last year that you can never have enough depth at the running back position. Injuries happen. The grind of a 17-game season is brutal. Having a battle-tested warrior who can pick up the blitz, who can grind out those tough 3 yards in the red zone, and who doesn't fumble in critical moments is invaluable. This isn't about him rushing for 1,000 yards. It's about him being a safety blanket for the offense. It's about ensuring that when the lights get bright, there is someone in the backfield whose heart rate doesn't spike. I love this move. I absolutely love it. It tells me that the Seahawks are not satisfied with being a one-hit wonder. They are building a culture of winning. They are bringing in winners to surround their young core. This is how the Patriots stayed on top for 2 decades. This is how the Chiefs have built their dynasty. You mix elite young talent with savvy veterans who know how to close out games. This running back brings grit, he brings toughness, and he brings a championship mindset that reinforces everything Coach McDonald is preaching. The message to the rest of the NFL is clear. We are not rebuilding. We are reloading. We are stacking the deck. And if you think you can just walk into Lumen Field and take the crown from us, you have another thing coming. The champs are here to stay, and they just got tougher.
There you have it, a potential coaching coup, a battle with the league office, and a veteran reinforcement ready to run through a brick wall. This offseason is shaping up to be just as exciting as the season itself. The Seahawks are making moves that show they are terrified of no one. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these stories is the biggest game changer? Is it stealing the 49ers coach or the new running back? Drop your comment below right now. We are building the strongest community in the NFL, and we need your voice. Stay tuned, stay hyped, and as always, go Hawks.